The lessons of the Holy Spirit. Like any good teacher, the Holy Spirit knows more than we do now. But he teaches only to make us equal to him. Not higher, not above, not beyond. Equal. He doesn't need to prove our ignorance. He came to remind us of what we already are. We had already taught ourselves wrongly, believed what was not true, believed in guilt, in fear, in sin, but never in our own perfection. Would God teach us we had a split mind, and would he teach us a lie? God only knows the mind as whole. To him, there is nothing to split, nothing to condemn, nothing to correct, only to remember. But he does know this. His communication channels are not open to him, so he cannot give his joy, and he cannot know that his children are wholly joyous. This is one of the most misunderstood, profound statements in the Course. What does it mean that God cannot know something? Isn't God all-knowing? Isn't God everywhere? Yes, but not in the way the ego defines it. We are God's communication channels. And when we believe we are separate, we close the channel. Not because God stopped speaking, but because we stopped receiving. It's like a radio broadcasting pure joy, but the dial is turned to static. God's giving never stops. But you can't receive joy while you're tuned to guilt. And because God only knows what is true, he cannot know what you think you are while you're dreaming you're something else. It's like the movie Shallow Hal. Everyone else saw the body, but Hal saw the soul. They called it delusion, but he was the only one seeing the truth. While the world was at war with her image, he was at peace with her essence. That's God. He sees only your wholeness, only your radiance, only the joy that is you. And when you block that joy, he cannot know you. Because the you you're projecting is not the real you. God cannot enter into illusion, because illusion is not real. But the moment you open, even a crack, even a pause between thoughts, even a breath of willingness, the whole channel floods back open. And God knows you once more, as wholly joyous as you've always been. Giving joy is an ongoing process. Ongoing because joy is not episodic. Joy is not earned. Joy is your inheritance. But when the sonship forgets to communicate with God as one, the beam gets scattered. The current gets jammed, not because joy left, but because we blocked its awareness. So God thought, my children sleep and must be awakened. But how? Not by force, not by fear, not by shame, but by a gentle voice that will not frighten. A voice that reminds us the night is over and the light has come. He does not explain away the nightmares because he knows children believe in magic. He does not strip away our illusions with harshness. He simply says, you are safe now. And once safety is known, only then can the difference between sleeping and waking be learned. Only then can we distinguish dreams from truth. Only then can we remember we have done nothing wrong. Stabilization before transformation. Before you wake someone up, you place your hand gently on their shoulder. The Holy Spirit is that hand. He teaches through approach, not avoidance. Not, don't touch this, but look with me. He doesn't say, don't sin. He says, come into joy, not escape the crucifixion, but live the resurrection. Do only that, not 10,000 rules, not a maze of beliefs, just do only that. The ego lists every error like a spreadsheet of shame. But the Holy Spirit never itemizes errors, because he's not here to frighten children. He answers every call, because he's not confused about who's calling, Children confuse fantasy and reality, but the Holy Spirit does not. He makes no distinction among dreams, because illusion has no order. He merely shines them away. His light is not an argument, it's a presence, a call to awaken. Whatever you have been dreaming, nothing lasting lies in dreams, and the Holy Spirit speaks only for what lasts forever. Children believe in magic, and so do we. Only we don't call it that anymore. We call it status, success, security. But it's still magic. We think something outside of us can save us, or hurt us, or complete us. We're still putting wands in the hands of idols, and blaming shadows when they don't perform. So the Holy Spirit doesn't rip the wand away. He just shows us it was plastic all along. No ridicule, no fire, just quiet light. He does not invalidate the child's belief. He gently shows them what is real by showing them they are real. That's how he teaches us the difference between sleeping and waking, not by shaming the dreamer, but by whispering, "You are not what you dream." This is why he doesn't itemize errors, because the error isn't the behavior. The error is believing the behavior made you guilty. So he doesn't fix the symptom. He shines through the source. The ego has a curriculum of fear. It begins with, "Here's what's wrong with you." It teaches by damage control and grades you based on your performance. But the Holy Spirit begins with, "You are safe," and teaches from wholeness instead of lack. This is why he does not emphasize what to avoid. Because love doesn't need a warning label. He doesn't say, "Don't sin." He says, "Let's walk toward joy." Approach, not avoidance. He doesn't shout about the crucifixion. He gently points to the resurrection. The Holy Spirit never divides dreams into categories. There is no hierarchy of illusions. A nightmare of war, a dream of fame, a fantasy of failure, a fantasy of romance. They are the same in content, because all illusions are zero. He doesn't say, "This one's not so bad," or "That one's too dark to touch." He just shines and lets the light do the sorting. He does not argue with shadows. He removes the need for them. And this shining, this soft, holy shining, is not a task, or a moment, or a reward. It is ongoing. And the moment you open back up, even an inch, even a blink, God remembers you again, as wholly joyous, as you truly are, until all that's left is one voice, still, sure, joyous, whispering again and again, "Do only that."